Hello, welcome back. This is James, and we have been solving until number 17 of Model Test 1. So let's get started from number 18. Okay, so number 18. All right, we have what? First of all, as soon as you see this problem, you could say we have piecewise function, right? So f of x, which is equal to 5 over x minus 2 when x is not equal to 2, and k when x is equal to 2. All right, so this is working for a jump, right? If you have a function, or something called discontinuity, we have a jump over there, we have a hole over there, and if k is that value of f of 2, it works for this case. But in this case, what happens? When you're taking the limit such that x goes to 2 of 5 over x minus 2, it's undefined for some other reasons. What is that particular reason? Well, we've been talking about that reason last time also. The reason is that it is a vertical asymptote. It is not just a hole. We have an asymptote that diverges, that makes this function go diverging from that point, right? And that's the definition of vertical asymptote. So whatever k value that we have for that particular function, or particular value, I guess, for that function, it doesn't make sense, and we can't have a continuous function. And what is a definition of continuous function? Well, definition of continuous function is that if we are plugging if you're taking limit of f of x as x approaches a, that must be f of a. That is the definition of a continuity. We haven't been really talking about this thing, but that was just, I guess I stressed out the importance on this AB lectures, I guess, AP lectures instead of SAT Math 2C sections. And, this particular question wouldn't really appear on SAT Math 2C sections because I guess it is focusing on a conceptual understanding of continuity. But here's the thing, it might appear, right? It's even though the probability that this question will appear in your test, I guess we have to prepare for that last question that will determine whether you get 800 or 760, right? So I hope you're getting this correctly. And also the reason why the answer is that no value of k will make function of x a continuous function is that the reason why this limit, the reason why this doesn't exist or undefined it's not because it has a hole. Well, even if it has a hole, we could still have a limit value, right? But in this case, the limit itself doesn't exist. So because of vertical asymptote. So the answer is E. Okay, so let's do number 19. So what is the probability that a prime number is less than 7 given that a prime number is less than 13? Okay, so first of all, what is all of those prime number, a set of prime numbers that is less than 13? Well, we have 2 and 3 and 5 and 7 and what? 11. And that's it, right? We have 13, but we're looking at a prime number, a set of prime numbers that are less than 13. So we have 5, but we're looking at, out of those 5, we're looking at these 3. So again, by definition, well, not a definition, but the properties of probability was that specific event over the total events, right? 3 over 5. The answer is that easy. Okay, so that was the answer, I guess. Let's get into number 20. Okay. So we have one of those ellipses, right? 4x squared plus 8y squared, which is equal to 64. And we have a circle, which is x squared plus y squared, which is equal to 9. And what can we do in order to get y coordinate, intersection of those things? Which means we must find a solution that satisfies these and the other conditions, other equations at the same time. So we could do some of those systematic approach by multiplying 4 to the second equation, which becomes 4x squared plus 4y squared, which is 36, right? And we could subtract this from that one, right? So if we subtract it, what happens? Well, we cancel out those things, and 4y squared minus 8y squared minus 4y squared, that is equal to 4y squared, and that's equal to 64 minus 36, which is 28, right? So y squared, must be equal to 7. Thus, y is equal to plus minus root 7. So the answer is plus minus root 7 for y coordinate. Simple, right? So it wasn't even geometry. It was algebra, right? So I guess you are, kind of connecting those two branches of mathematics quite fluently, like this way. All right. So each term of a sequence after the first is inversely proportional to the term preceding it. If the first two terms are 2 and 6, what is the 12th term? Okay, so we have 2 and 6. So it was multiplied by 3. So we have to multiply by 1 over 3 because that was inversely proportional. So we have 2. And again, 6, because it is again inversely proportional of 1 over 3, that's 3. So we have 2 and 6 going on, right? For the odd terms, odd number of terms, the first term and the third terms and the fifth terms and the seventh terms, we have 2 for the odd terms. And 6 for the even terms. Okay, and we are looking at 12, right? 12 terms. That is even number, which is 6. So the answer is B.